Hello, everybody. So, I've been reflecting on something this morning. A couple things, really. So, I was talking to Rohan yesterday and talking about my friend Scott, that a lot of you know about because I've talked about him a lot, that passed last year on New Year's Eve. Um, it's hard not to talk about somebody a lot when when they were in your life for 25 years and you basically grew up and became an adult knowing them. I knew him longer than half of my life. So that's a long time. Anyway, um, his dying really brought to the forefront some things that I already thought about, but it was kind of the catalyst for some changes that I've made in my own life. While I've always been an opinionated person, I've always had my own beliefs and felt the way I feel and whatever, and I have no problem speaking them to people or saying things. Um, I'm a lot less likely or willing anymore to argue with people. My peace is very important to me now. So, in order to have peace in my life, normally I'm willing to just walk away and just be like, psh. So, sometimes I will just let a person go. And I think that more people need to do that. I think people need to learn to just be like, you know what, this isn't good for me. I'm done. And I try to be as good and kind and loving and gentle and peaceful with other people as I can. But that doesn't mean that at times I can't let them go and walk away, because I can. I can easily let people go and walk away. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, but sometimes you just have to do it. It's necessary. And especially, this is my point here on this one, especially when they show you patterns of behavior. When a person, you can forgive somebody for something they've done, right? But when a person shows you a pattern of behavior, they show you that they have certain biases, I guess is the correct word. They have particular bigotry that's ugly that you don't want to deal with, or they have particular issues that you feel are toxic for you, then you need to let them go. Forgiving somebody for once is fine, but if they show you a pattern of behavior, walk away from that shit and walk away from it quickly. You don't have to fight. You don't have to argue. You don't owe anyone anything in this life. You don't owe them anything, except the only thing that I personally believe you owe anyone is to treat them like a decent human being, treat them with respect, and to do right by other people. That's all you owe anyone, is to do right by them. But you do not owe them to stay in a relationship. You do not owe them your time. Your time is a gift. I actually heard that on Red Table Talk not long ago. Jada Pinkett Smith said that. And she's so right. Your time is a gift that you give to someone. You don't owe that to them. And if people are not good for you and they're bad for you in your life, get rid of them. Don't look back. Go on and go. You don't have to argue about it. You don't owe them an explanation. The second thing I want to that I've been thinking about, I'm looking at this hat and this shirt, and I realize, yeah, it's a little bit much with a purple shirt and a red hat, but y'all can get over it, right? The second thing I want to talk about is doing little acts of kindness for people. I saw something the other day on Facebook, and I posted about it myself, and it really is kind of true. If you do something nice for somebody, even something small, you don't know how it affects them, but it's probably made their entire day, and you don't even know it, and it doesn't cost you much at all. And I want to tell you guys a little story about something that happened with me years ago. And I'm not telling you this story for you to pat me on the back or you to tell me that I'm a good person or whatever. I don't need that. I just want y'all to hear this story and think about it. That's all. Years and years ago, more than 20 years ago, I worked at Walmart and I was making $7.25 an hour. We had these shoes that were being clearanced out because we weren't going to carry them anymore. It was by a company called LA Gear. I don't know if any of y'all remember them, but at the time, high top sneakers was a thing, and you had like the Velcro straps around your ankles and whatever. There was a lady that was, she was older. Her name was Miss Millie. I'll never forget her. She was a regular customer of ours. She came in and shopped in there regularly, and she had bought these shoes. She'd bought 2 pair of these shoes. It was the last 2 pair we had in her size. They were only $6 a piece. They had been clearanced down to $6. Okay. She had to return those 2 pairs of shoes the very next day because she needed to buy food. So even though I was only making $7.25 an hour at the time, I worked in the shoe department. When she walked away from the service desk, because they had to call me up to approve the return. When she walked away from the service desk, I bought those shoes, put the receipt in the shoes, and told her to let me know before she left and to go up to the service desk. And so they called me when she was getting ready to leave. And I went up there and I gave her the shoes, and it made her entire day. It was probably one of the most profound things I've ever done, and I never thought about the fact that I was going to have to work almost 2 full hours just to pay for those shoes. It didn't even occur to me because that wasn't what was important in the moment. That lady had to choose between having those shoes and eating food. It was the easiest 2 hours of my life I've ever worked. Now, why am I telling y'all that? That was a very small gesture. It didn't really take much away from my life. But imagine what that did for her. Imagine if we all did things like that every time we had an opportunity to do that. Imagine how much better the world would be. So you guys, if you have an opportunity and you see something like that happen, do it. Do something nice for somebody else. And don't let them pay you back. In fact, if somebody says, hey, what can I give you for this? You know what you tell them? Tell them, do it for somebody else. Pay it forward. If somebody needs your help, help them. Just imagine what things would be like if we did that. Irregardless of all the other issues going on, just imagine if we did little acts of kindness for people who really need it. And it doesn't take hardly anything away from you. It doesn't take a lot of effort, but it would mean the world to them. So I just want to leave y'all with those thoughts today and think about it. And I'll probably make another video about something I feel passionately about here soon. Bye.